Hello, and welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I am Sarah, and I am so happy you are joining us today for another deep dive session.
And I am Mark. Hello, everyone. Today, Sarah, we are going to talk about something that makes almost every English learner nervous. In fact, it makes a lot of native speakers nervous too.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Are we talking about making a complaint?
Exactly. We are going back to the supermarket today. In our last episode, we talked about the happy path. You know, you put your food on the belt, you pay, you say have a nice day, and you leave. It is easy.
But life is not always that easy, is it? Sometimes things go wrong.
Right. Imagine this. You have just paid for your groceries. The cashier hands you the receipt. You are walking away, and you look at that long piece of paper. Suddenly, you see it. A mistake.
Oh, I hate that feeling. You see that you are charged twice for the milk, or maybe the apples were supposed to be on sale, but you paid full price.
Your heart starts beating a little faster. You stop walking. You look back at the register. There is a long line of people waiting. The cashier looks busy and tired, and now you have a choice.
Yes, the choice. Do you go back and try to explain the mistake in English, or do you just put the receipt in your pocket, lose the $2, and go home because you are too scared to speak?
I think many of our listeners have chosen to go home. It is just easier to lose the money than to face the confrontation.
Well, today we are going to stop that. We are going to save you money. In this episode, we are going to teach you the diplomatic, polite, and effective vocabulary you need to fix problems at the supermarket.
We call this diplomatic vocabulary because the goal is to get what you want without being rude. You want the cashier to help you, not fight you.
Absolutely. If you are ready to build real confidence and stop overpaying for your groceries, make sure you are subscribed to the Everyday English Podcast. We make these episodes to help you live your life in English, not just study it from a book.
Let's start with the most important rule of complaining in English, especially in the US or the UK. Sarah, if I see a mistake on my receipt and I walk back to the cashier and say, "You are wrong, you made a mistake, give me my money," what happens?
Oh, that is very bad. If you say you are wrong, the cashier will immediately become defensive. They will stop wanting to help you. It sounds very aggressive to our ears.
But it is true, right? They are wrong.
It is true, but in English, we rarely use direct accusation when we want good service. We need to use what we call a buffer. We need to soften the language.
A buffer is like a cushion. It makes the impact softer. So instead of saying, "You made a mistake," what is the magic phrase we should use?
The magic phrase is, I think. 2 simple words, I think.
That sounds almost too simple. I think. But you are right. It changes the whole tone.
It does. Listen to the difference. Version 1, you charged me twice. Version 2, excuse me, I think you charged me twice.
The second one sounds much friendlier. It sounds like you are suggesting a possibility rather than attacking the person.
Exactly. Even if you are 100% sure, using I think allows the cashier to save face. It allows them to say, "Oh, let me check," without feeling stupid or attacked.
So let's drill this. The situation is that you bought 1 carton of milk, but the receipt shows 2. You walk back to the register, you get the cashier's attention. What do you say?
You would say, "Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on my receipt." I think there might be a mistake. That is excellent. It is passive. You are not saying you made a mistake. You are saying there might be a mistake. It could be the computer, it could be the scanner. Nobody is to blame yet. Right, and then you point to the error. You can say, "I think this scanned twice." To scan, that is the verb for when the machine reads the barcode. Beep, that is scanning. So I think this scanned twice. Yes, or you can simply say, "I think I was charged for this twice." Okay, let's try a role play, Sarah. I will be the tired cashier. You are the customer. You just found an error. Ready? Ready.
Hi there. Did you forget something?
Hi, sorry to bother you, but I think there might be a mistake on my receipt.
Oh, what is it?
It looks like the milk scanned twice, but I only bought 1.
Oh, let me see. Ah, you are right. Sorry about that. Let me fix it.
Thanks so much.
See, that was painless because you started with I think and sorry to bother you. I was happy to help.
And notice that I used another little softener there. I said, it looks like the milk scanned twice, not the milk scanned twice, but it looks like.
These are small words, Sarah, but they are the difference between sounding like a polite local and sounding like a rude tourist.
Exactly. So that is your first tool, the soft opener. Now, let's talk about a harder situation, price disputes.
A dispute is a disagreement. This happens when you think the price is one thing, but the register says it is another thing.
This happens all the time with sales. You see a big yellow sign on the shelf. It says sale, $2. You grab the item, you go to the register, and it rings up at $4.
It rings up. That is a great phrasal verb. To ring up means to register on the machine. So it rings up at $4. What do you do?
Again, we do not want to say you are lying or the price is wrong. We want to refer to the evidence we saw on the shelf. We need the phrase marked as.
Marked as. M-A-R-K-E-D. Marked as. Can you explain that?
Sure. When something is marked as a price, it means the label or the sign said that price. So you would say, "Excuse me, I think this rang up wrong. It was marked as $2 on the shelf."
I like that. It was marked as. You're putting the responsibility on the sign, not on yourself and not on the cashier.
Precisely. You're just reporting what you saw. It was marked as $2. Or you can say, the sign said $2.
What if the cashier challenges you? Sometimes they say, "Are you sure?" Or, "No, the computer says $4.
That is the scary part. If they push back, you just have to be calm and firm. You can say, "Could you check? I'm pretty sure the sign said $2.
I am pretty sure. That is another great buffer. It is strong but still polite.
Yes, if there's a big line behind you, this can feel stressful. But remember, it is your money. You have the right to ask. Sometimes the cashier will call a manager, or they might send someone to check the price.
And this is where you need to listen carefully. They might shout something like, "Price check on register 5."
Yes, price check. That means someone is running to the aisle to look at the sign. While you wait, just smile. You do not need to apologize profusely. Just wait.
Let's do a quick role play for this one. I am the cashier again.
Okay.
Your total is $50.
Oh, wait a second. That coffee seems expensive. I think it's scanned at the wrong price.
It says here it is $10.
Really? It was marked as $6 on the shelf. It had a yellow sale sticker. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. Could you double check?
Okay, let me get a manager to override it.
Thank you.
Perfect. You stood your ground, but you were polite. You used "it was marked as" and "could you double check?"
And did you hear what Mark said? He said, "Let me get a manager to override it."
To override, that is a technical word. It means the manager has a special key or code to force the computer to change the price. If you hear the word override, that is good news. It means they are fixing it.
So we've covered billing errors and price mistakes. But what about when the product itself is the problem?
Returns and exchanges. This is a whole different area of the supermarket. Usually you cannot do this at the normal checkout lane, right?
Correct. If you have already left the store and gone home and then you realize something is wrong, you usually have to go to the customer service desk. This is a separate counter, usually near the entrance.
So imagine you bought some yogurt. You get home, you open it, and it smells terrible. It is spoiled.
I hate that. We say the food has gone bad or it is off.
It is off. That is very British. But Americans use it too. Or simply, it is spoiled. So you take the yogurt back to the store. You walk up to the customer service desk. What do you say?
You need to be clear about what you want. Do you want your money back or do you want a new yogurt?
What is the difference in vocabulary?
If you want your money back, you ask for a refund. R-E-F-U-N-D. Refund.
And if you want to swap it for a good one?
Then you ask for an exchange. To exchange something.
So walk us through the script. You are holding a bag of bad yogurt. You are at the desk.
I would say, "Hi, I bought this yesterday, but when I opened it, I realized it was spoiled. I would like to return it."
Simple. I would like to return it. Do you need the receipt?
Yes, always keep the receipt. They will almost always ask, "Do you have your receipt?" What happens if you lost the receipt? Can you still return it? It depends on the store. This is a great question to ask. You can say, "I lost my receipt. Is it still possible to return this?"
And what might they say?
They might say, "We can give you store credit."
Store credit, that is an important term.
It means they will not give you cash, they will give you a gift card or a voucher that you can only use in that specific store.
Exactly. It is better than nothing.
Let's talk about a specific phrase for produce, fruit and vegetables. Sometimes you buy a bag of oranges and the one in the middle is moldy. It has that green fuzzy stuff on it.
Mold, yes. You can say, this is moldy. Or honestly, you don't even need to be that specific. You can just say, these are not fresh.
These are not fresh. That is a good, safe phrase. It covers everything. Rotten, moldy, old, squishy. Just say, I bought these yesterday, but they are not fresh.
And remember, in Western supermarkets, usually the policy is very generous. They want you to be happy. They will not argue with you about a bad orange. They will just give you the money.
That is a cultural point worth repeating. In some countries, once you buy it, it is yours, no returns. But in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, the return policy is usually very flexible, so do not be afraid to use it.
That is right. You are not being a troublemaker. You are just being a normal customer.
Let's review the 3 scenarios we have covered so far. Scenario 1, the mistake on the receipt. We use the soft opener. Excuse me, I think there is a mistake.
Scenario 2, the wrong price. We refer to the sign. It was marked as $2.
And scenario 3, the return. We state the problem and the solution. This is spoiled. I would like a refund.
Now, Mark, I want to talk about the feeling of doing this, because even with the right words, it can be scary to interrupt a busy person.
It is. I think the physical aspect is hard. You have to physically stop the transaction or wait in a new line. My advice is to take a deep breath before you speak.
And also watch your volume. When people get nervous in a second language, sometimes they speak very quietly. They mumble.
Oh, that is the worst. If you mumble, the cashier will say, what? Or huh? And that makes you feel even more nervous.
Yes, so stand tall, speak clearly. You are not asking for a favor. You are engaging in a business transaction. Excuse me, I think this is wrong. Loud and proud, but polite. There is one more situation I want to cover. It is the accidental item. What is that? You know, when you are putting things on the belt and you realize you picked up the wrong kind of bread, or you decide you do not want the chocolate bar because you are on a diet, but the cashier has already scanned it.
Oh, I do this all the time. I look at the total and think, oh, I spent too much. I need to put something back. This is embarrassing. What do I say?
It is not embarrassing. It happens every minute of the day. You just need to be quick. As soon as you decide, you say, oh, I'm so sorry. I changed my mind about the bread. Could we take that off?
Could we take that off? That is the phrase.
Yes, to take off. It means to remove from the bill. Could you take the bread off, please?
And usually they have to press a few buttons, maybe call a manager for that override again, but it is fine.
The key here is to say, I changed my mind. This explains why you are returning it. You do not need to say, the bread looks dry or I have no money. Just say, I changed my mind.
I changed my mind. Simple, elegant, no need for a long story.
Exactly. The cashier does not want your life story. They want to finish the transaction.
So, Sarah, we have equipped our listeners with a lot of tools today, but passive listening is not enough. We need them to take action.
I agree. We need a challenge.
Here is your mission, should you choose to accept it. The next time you go to the supermarket, I want you to keep your receipt. Do not throw it in the trash.
Yes, take it home, sit down at your table, look at every single line, read the names of the items, check the prices.
Even if everything is correct, I want you to practice the vocabulary. Take a pen and circle 3 items. Then, speaking out loud, pretend there is a mistake.
Say to yourself, I think this milk scanned twice. Say, this apple was marked as $1. Say, I would like to return this bread because it is not fresh.
Build that muscle memory. If you practice when you are alone in your kitchen, the words will be there for you when you are stressed in the supermarket queue.
That is such good advice. It is like a rehearsal for a play. You can't learn your lines on opening night. You have to rehearse before. And hey, if you actually find a real mistake on your receipt, promise us you will go back and fix it. Do not let them keep your $2. Think of it as a free English lesson that pays you $2.
That is a great way to look at it.
Before we finish, let's do a quick rapid-fire review of the vocabulary. I will say the situation. Mark, you give me the phrase.
Let's do it.
Situation: the cashier charged you for 2 items, but you only have 1.
Phrase: I think this scanned twice.
Situation: the price on the screen is higher than the price on the shelf.
Phrase: it was marked as a lower price.
Or, the sign said it was on sale.
Situation: you bought milk yesterday, but it is sour.
Phrase, I would like to return this. It is spoiled.
Situation: you decided you do not want the candy bar while you are paying.
Phrase, sorry, I changed my mind. Could you take that off?
Situation: you want to be polite before complaining.
Phrase, excuse me, I think there might be a mistake.
Perfect. You passed the test mark.
Whew, I was nervous there.
You see, even native speakers get nervous.
Listeners, we hope this episode gives you the courage to speak up. The supermarket is a great place to practice English because it is a routine. You do it every week.
Every trip is an opportunity. And remember, if you want more episodes like this, where we break down the real conversations you need for daily life, please make sure to subscribe to the channel.
And hit the bell icon. We have some great episodes coming up about going to the doctor and dealing with car mechanics. You do not want to miss those.
Oh, the mechanic is a hard one. I need that lesson myself.
We will get to it soon.
Thank you so much for listening to the Everyday English Podcast. We are proud of you for putting in the work to improve. Keep practicing, stay brave, and check those receipts. See you next time.
Bye.